just work on your stronger point. Don't go for everything. Just practice mock and look at the points which you are lacking. Like you know this is your strong point, then just work on that. Make it more stronger. So I always used to like, no matter what, I need to clear this exam. No matter what, like I have to do it because it combines both my interests. So I really need to clear this. So these things like they motivated me a lot. So thanks a lot. I really want to thank you a lot for this. Like you really boost up my confidence during this situation. Otherwise, I could have been in a bad situation. Thank you so much, ma'am. I really want to thank you a lot. Like from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.
Good afternoon. First of all, many, many congratulations. Your hard work paid you off, and finally, you are an officer now. So, your first reaction, what was that after looking at your result that finally you are an AFO now?
Ma'am, actually, to be honest, like as I told you, like my main score was not that so good. So I was like very like skeptical. Like no, my I actually that day the coincidence was that my mom she came from my hometown to here. So that day, like she was here and she was going back to my hometown. So, but I didn't tell them like today the result is going to be out. I didn't tell them because I didn't want it to raise their expectations. So, after they left, after 15 minutes, the result came, and I was just like, I might not get selected. So I was just laying down, and I just looked at, and the first word, like, when the result comes, like either it's we are glad or it's like based on your like. So when I saw that we are glad, I didn't even read the whole thing. Like I didn't even see the bank or like I didn't even see anything else. I just saw that we are glad and then just the last the Indian bank. And I just shouted at my sister-in-law. I just told her like Bhabhi, see my result. Like I got selected and like my sister-in-law, she just had her baby. So she was carrying the baby. The baby also woke up by hearing like I was shouting so loudly. she, she was also like the one you gave for airport. Like I was like, yeah. And she was a very very like it's a very good thing. Like she was also very like I was not able to believe for like even now. Like I'm not able to believe like this has happened. So even now I can't. Even people congratulate me. I'm like, is it really happening? I'm still like this. I'm not able to cope up with that.
You will have to believe now because this is a reality now, and a few months from now, you will be getting your postings and your new journey will be starting. So, you will have to believe now. All right. So, what was your strategy for prelims? Because nowadays the students are not that afraid of the mains, but the problematic thing that comes in front of them is prelims because the cutoff you can see the vacancies are decreasing as of now. So, what was your strategy to crack the prelims?
Ma'am, actually, like this time it was my fifth attempt. Like for like many years, like I have been giving prelims, but this year, what I realized was that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter like how much you go through the grammars or how much you go through like strategies. Like at the end, it's the mock test. Like mock test, it will help you a lot. For prelims, what I used to do before, like I used to give because since childhood, my math and reasoning they are very good. English, like I have like it, they are very good. So for me, prelims was never an issue. But what this time I realized that just like knowing everything is not like you have to give the mock test. It helps a lot. And I purchased like I gave practice mock, Olibot everywhere, anywhere I could get prelims. I used to give that. And like what I did, main thing for the quant, like my quant was a bit like less like I was not that confident in quant as compared to reasoning and English. My English, to be honest, my English is very strong, like very strong. So even in prelims, like only I forgot like how much I attempted, but only one was wrong in English. My English is good. Then reasoning also, like I'm very confident in it. For quant, what I did, like I stopped using paper pen plus calculator. I started doing calculation in my head. Like whenever, like even if I go to shops, I used to like directly whenever they used to say this, I directly used to calculate in my head. And after that, like for starting, it was like a bit difficult because paper and pen we are habituated with that. So starting it was a bit difficult, but eventually, even now when I go somewhere, like even now I got that habit. Like even now I start like calculating in my head, like this is this. So that helped me a lot. That saved a lot of time for me during the prelims. And like for prelims, I would suggest that give as much mock as you want, as much as you can, and like always like look at the things which you are lacking. Like for me, like reasoning, I was like very confident that my this sitting arrangement they are very good, so I always go for that. And I never used to like, I always used to go for sitting arrangement. Then inequalities, they are like very easy. They are very easy, very like scoring topics. So I used to do that. For English, like for me, English, everything was good. For me, English was never an issue. So like since childhood, my English is good. So it was never an issue. For quant, what I did, I used to directly jump to directly go to data interpretation because I always kept my mind that I have to like I have to increase my marks through reasoning and English because they are my strong points. In quant, like I used to think that I have to no matter what, like for sectional cutoff, I have to and like a bit more than sectional cutoff, I have always have to target that. So in quant, like I used to go for data interpretation because data interpretation, it's a, like to be honest, it's a very easy. Like if you know the basics like ratio, proportion, everything, it's very easy. So I used to go for that, and then I used to go for mixed number series, and then again I used to go for approximation. So like for that, doing all that, I would automatically get 20 marks. So like this was my strategy. I would like even now, if I have to suggest someone, I would say like don't go for everything because like you get very less time. So don't go for everything. Look at the point like which you are strong at. Make that more stronger so that you can score like more marks. Don't go for everything because everything it will like consume more time and like you won't get any results. So better work on your strong point, make that more stronger so that even like you won't get any negative marking also. And I made sure that if I'm not wrong, like I attended 50, I guess, and I got 48 points something. So like don't like try to avoid negative marking in prelims because as you can see like this time the prelims cutoff it went very high. So just work on your stronger point. Don't go for everything. Just practice mock and look at the points which you are lacking. Like you know this is your strong point, then just work on that. Make it more stronger. Don't go for everything. It will only like waste your time. So just work on that. That was my only study for prelims.
All right. So, about the mains that you said that you have given multiple attempts, so your mains could have been stronger than ever before, like
Yeah.
starting from the first attempt till now. You might have strategized your mains, right? But what was that strategy that gave you selection in this attempt, specifically talking about the mains?
Means this time actually, ma'am, last year I didn't give, but in 2023 when I gave, like that was the time like I studied like a mad person. To be honest, like I went for ACC, I went for every institute notes like that. But that time I realized that, but after giving the exam, I realized like I went for so much things that everything got messed up. Like my mind was so full of like too much knowledge. Like it was too much knowledge that I got nervous, like everything. So this time what I did, when it like this time we got 2 months for the men's preparation. So what I did, rather than studying the books, because I knew that already I had this is on my fifth attempt, so I already knew that I had the basic knowledge like for agriculture. So what I did, I went for mock test. I directly went for mock test. I gave many like any institute which provided mock test. I went for that, and I used to see like which is the topic which I don't know. Like there will be like there is a mock test like there is a class like there is a like mm, application, it's called MAFO. Like they provide 100 days marathon for this mock test. So what I used to do, they are like I like their classes because they are like for every topic, like for every topic they will in one day they will cover like 60 questions. So what I used to do, like I used to give that, and then I used to see which, like, even though, like, suppose there is animal husbandry, even though I had studied about buffalo, but even when I used to attempt the test, there were some questions which I was not able to do. So I would again that time I will look at the book. Other than that, I never used to like so go like, but I would say like always go for this basic book. Basic, your basics have to be very clear about that. Like no matter, because this time what I saw was like if your basic is clear, like you're good to go because basic is everything. Like that I have realized, and give as much mock as you can during this also plans also because it will help you realize where you are lacking. Like which topic you haven't covered. So like for men, mainly what I did was I gave mock only, and just I went for Nemrat Sunda and this Katyan. I went for this only, and besides that, this time I didn't go for anything else because I didn't wanted to jumble up my mind again like last time. I did that last time, so this time I didn't wanted to do that. And this time, like I relaxed my mind a lot compared to last time. Last time I was like very stressed out, like no matter what I have to do like that. So I got stressed out. So this time I was like, no, I'm not going to do the same mistake. I'm going to prepare myself well. Like just be relaxed. You can do it. I was just like I just told myself even after giving names also like I was like I was like my marks like there were some silly mistakes. Yeah, I accept that like there was silly mistakes, but like I realized that it was easy. Like it was not like that tough. Like it was easy to moderate. Like but the thing was that I did some silly silly mistakes, but it was overall if your basic is clear, then like you are good to go. Like always like keep your basics clear. That was the whole thing. This time I followed.
All right. I think your strategy will be very helpful to the ones who are still who haven't been still selected and have given 3 or 4 attempts. Like you didn't get demotivated kind of, because many students they become like, no, this time I won't give, no, now I won't give. Like still you had that determination that no, I can give, and you still had that confidence that my prelims is strong, in mains I need to strategize. And the most beautiful thing that I saw in your strategy is that you didn't go for heavy materials. Like you said that children nowadays they run for heavy materials and big banners, that they are giving selections, so that means their material is nice, but they forget that what they need to understand is what is coming, and what actual strategy they need to follow to get the final selection. Material is not everything, correct? So I think that was the strategy point that made you select this time.
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
All right. So, what was your strategy for interview? Because many students, even after giving 3, 4 attempts, they are hesitant to give the interviews because somewhere or the other they don't have that self-confidence. So, what kind of strategy did you follow for your preparation of interview?
Ma'am, actually, for interview, like as I told you before, like I have like I purchased some of the courses, but the thing was that I didn't attend any one of them. I mean, only attended yours. And as I told you that before, like but what I did was that for like other interviews, I didn't give the mock interviews, but I used to listen to their interviews. Like before, what was my mistake before? Like I never gave any mock interviews before. Like in my previous attempts, that was my biggest mistake. Like I never gave any interviews. I just used to like I was like, I just used to like, oh no, I know that my speaking is good. So, not, like, I was confident enough before, like, that was my mistake. Like, I never realized that, like, talking in front of the people is way different than, like, just talking to yourself. It's, like, way different. So, this time, I wanted to make sure because this time, for me, like, mains was good. So, I wanted to make sure that my interview is good. So, first and foremost, I never waited for the mains result. Like I was confident enough my mains will be clear. So first and after the mains, I started like my preparation for the interview. Firstly, I went for the introduction. Like I started preparing for my introduction that I did for interview. And then what I did, like I never went for like I never gave mock interviews for other, but I used to listen. Like I always used to listen, like what kind of questions they ask. Like I used to write that down, like, and I used to practice that with, especially with the sister-in-law. Like she was my audience for that. I used to prepare with her, like everything, because like everyone used to suggest that whenever you're preparing for an interview, do with somebody. Like there has to be someone in front of you. So I used to do that in my sister. So I just used to write down every question. Like even I have attended your interviews also. Like I used to write down like what are the questions you are asking in the interview, like what type of questions they might ask from my hometown or from my like graduation, that I used to do. And like after that, I became a bit confident. And after the when I gave your interview, after that I was like after getting your feedback. To be honest, during when I was giving your interview, I didn't like I hadn't studied the schemes again. Like I was not prepared for the schemes, so but still, like after getting your feedback, I was like very confident. Like now I can do. I know that like maybe my knowledge is not perfect, but still, I can do. I know I can do that for the interview. So for the interview strategy, I will just say like, don't wait for the, if you are confident that your mains is going to be good, don't wait for the interview, like don't wait for the day, because this time also, like after the mains result, there were only few days left for the interview. So at that time, you won't get like, it will be like giving mock interviews also will be very like very hectic. Like everyone will be very busy in that situation. So always start preparing after the mains only. Don't wait for the result. After, even if you are selected or not selected, it doesn't matter, because interview, it will only help to boost up your confidence. So in future also, it's not a bad thing. Like if you are confident, in future also it will help you. So I'll just say like start preparing. Just start preparing just after the just after the main, and give as much as like mock interviews with experience, like you ma'am, like experience one, so that your confidence would be boosted up a lot. Like I really want to thank you for that, because you're like your feedback gave me a lot of confidence. After that only, as I told you, like after that only, I was like, no, I'm ready now. Like I can, even if my knowledge is not good, but I'm ready now. I know I can do it. That's all I did.
All right. So, Ligam, like you mentioned that you have given multiple attempts. So, what was that thing that kept you motivated? Like many students get depressed that we are seeing failures since two attempts, three attempts. So, how did you cope up with that? What thing that you had in mind that kept you motivated to give another attempt and finally get selected?
Ma'am, first and foremost, it was like obviously it's the job security. But the thing is that since a long time, I have been very much interested in banking, and since I did agriculture, so like AFO is the perfect, like it also like it's a banking job plus my own subject. So it was like a perfect. So no, so I always used to like, no matter what, I need to clear this exam. No matter what, like I have to do it, because it combined both my interests. So I really need to clear this. So these things, like they motivated me a lot. Like no, I can't give up. I always thought, moreover, like I always used to like since I told you it's my fifth attempt. So like for the previous attempt, I always used to come up to interview, and like by 1 or 2 marks, like by 2 3 marks, didn't used to get. So I was like, no, I just need to change my strategy. I just need to, like, no matter what, I know I can do it. Like I always used to say, you have that potential in you. You can do it. Like I always used to think like that. You have the potential. You know you will do it. You have that talent. So just like, and this is your dream job. So just go for it. No matter what, don't give up. Don't give up so easily. Like so, I was always thinking like, no, no matter what, I'm not gonna give up. And this time also, like when I was looking at my main score, I was like, even if it's less, like I knew my interview went very good. So I was like, even if this time I'm not able to do it, next time also I'll give, because I know at the end of the day this is my dream job. Even if I get other jobs also, like this was my dream job. I wanted to go here. I wanted to do this job no matter what. Like so that's the thing that motivated me a lot. And my parents, they always used to tell me like, you want to do banking. My parents and my siblings, you want to do banking, so don't give up. Like no matter what, you don't stress out about anything. Like you just need to study. Like you just need to study. You just focus on your studies. Don't give up. Just you have like you still got like you still have some years to give the exam. So just continue doing that. Don't get demotivated. Like sometimes it's luck. Like some when like for the first time when I didn't get selected by, it was like 2 marks. So I was like very much like depressed that time. So my parents were like, sometimes it's luck. Don't get depressed. Like it's luck. At the end of the day, sometimes it's your hard work plus luck. So this time it was not your time. So don't get demotivated. Especially my father, he used to always tell me like, don't get demotivated. Time will come when you will get selected. Don't get demotivated. Like it's everything is like everything will be fine one day. And this time it did. It really worked for me.
All right. So, some words of motivation who just missed by 1 or 2 marks in this attempt. So, just some words of motivation for them.
Like I to be firstly, I would say like I know like the pain which you are suffering from, but just by missing 1 2 mark, because I have gone through that for 4 times. Actually, I've gone through that for 4 times, so I know that feeling. Like when you know like you are very sure that I'm gonna get selected, but still you miss by 1 2 marks, like you get very demotivated. But I would just say like never, like always believe in yourself. Like if you have come to still interview this time, then just know that you have that potential in you. Don't just get demotivated easily. Give always go for this exam, like because at the end of the day, I know like if I can do it, like you can do it too. Like obviously, so I'll just tell them like don't get demotivated so easily because you will at the end of the day your hard work it will get paid off. Don't worry, like never be like think like that, like I have come up for 2 3 times, like I have come up to this but still I didn't get selected, so I will leave, like I'll start preparing, like I'll just leave it. Like just think, always think about the years you have given to this exam. Like for this exam you have given, you have the knowledge for that, you have everything, you know that your everything, you know, like your strategy, your everything, you know, so don't get demotivated. Try like till the age you can give, like give it. Like I won't say just like try other exams also, but I would say like don't get demotivated for this exam. Like try this along with other exams also, but always make sure that you don't get demotivated. Like make sure, like just think about the past, like which you have like given to this exam. Always make sure that like you have worked so hard for this exam. Just think of that. So eventually, like when you think about your past contributions to to this exams, like eventually you will get motivated. No, I have given so much to this exam, I can't give up so easily. Like I need to, like there might be some mistakes which I'm making, just analyze that. And I know that those who didn't get like selected by 1 2 months, they will eventually get. I know that, I'm sure of that, and good luck to them.
All right. So, what feedback would you want to give to Career Ground team?
Career ground team, like ma'am, to be honest, like as soon as my interview got over, first and foremost, I mailed you. I directly
Yeah.
told you, like because you were the only person, like as I told you, I purchased many mock interviews, but your one was free, and I only gave your mock interview, and your feedback, like it was like very motivating for me. Like not just me, I also saw other interviews also. So during that time also, I used to listen. Like as I told you, like as I scheduled my interviews for different days, so I used to listen, but because I was traveling, so I used to listen. So like feedback which you used to give to other students also, like it was very positive. Like I used to get very like positive vibes, like so that because of that, like I was very happy after giving interview. So I was just a bit hesitant, like I'm not well prepared, so should I give or not? But I was like, no, let's see, let's give and let's see like what happens. So after that I gave, and like it was very positive feedback. So I was like very motivated at that time. So when I went, even when I went to that interview panel, like as I told you, there was one man, and she was also like she was also like smiling, always smiling. She was also like, even after my interview got over, I was like, thank you, sir. And I forgot about the ma'am actually, but and then again I went back and thank you, ma'am. And she was like, yeah, yeah, okay, okay, no worries. And then like that ma'am also, like her vibe was also like kind of your vibe. Like you are always smiling, and she was also like always smiling. She was like, yeah, good, very good. Like she was always like that. So like I kind of like found it's like very familiar. Like for me, that panel, like it was very positive. Even the main interview, it was also very positive. So like all thanks to you, because if I haven't met you, like then I couldn't have been able to like know those things also, those familiar faces, like those familiar feelings, and then like being so relaxed at that time. Otherwise, I could have been like a messed up, because I was the first one to go into the interview. I could have been a messed up person, but that time, like seeing that ma'am, like I got that vibe, like same vibe as you. So that because of that, I got very relaxed. No, there is a familiar feeling, so I can. So thank you, thanks a lot, ma'am. I also like even after like while I was in the cave, like while I was going back to my rent also, I mailed you like when this happened, and like so thanks a lot. I really want to thank you a lot for this. Like you really boost up my confidence during this situation. Otherwise, I could have been in a bad situation. Thank you so much, ma'am. I really want to thank you a lot. Like from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And I am really, really, really proud of you that you did it. And your hard work since years finally paid you off. I can imagine how you might be feeling that since so many years it was a dream job for you and finally you achieved it. So I hope this new journey will be very, very happening for you and you are going to transform your life in the coming months, like from just being at home to now going in the corners of the world. You can travel, you can do whatever you wish for. The dreams that you have always seen since the past years, now you this is the time to fulfill them. So I really congratulate you and wish you all the very best for the coming years and for your future endeavors as well. And thank you so much for the appreciation that you gave to our team and especially to me. Thank you so, so, so very much. And all the very best for your future endeavors.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. I really, really want to thank you. Thank you so much for everything, ma'am. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much. Thank you.